Just found this rock covered in snails and limpets. And the snails seem to be two colours. Pretty little things. I've just found this stone. It's an interesting sort of greeny colour. I think what it is a piece of quartz that's been stained by the seaweed. It's a lovely colour, lovely yellowy green colour. Beautiful. I don't know if you can see across the river there, those stakes. I think they're part of old fish traps, maybe to catch the salmon as they were coming up to spawn. I'm not sure. I'll find out about that and I'll let you know at the end. But they do look like they were used for something like that. We've found a jellyfish. I don't know if it's still alive or not, I'm not sure how you tell. But it'll probably get caught up when the tide comes in and washed out. Keep the dogs away from it. What? I'm just mooching along, going the toy for Bramble, and my eye caught this. Don't know what it is. Looks like a piece of, it's heavily encrusted iron. I don't know. I'll put it in the bag. Now, as we're pottering along, we've found this. It's obviously a shard of pottery. It's a piece of cup. Now on the side, this is the big giveaway, it says copyright A.A. Milne. So I bet that was a kiddie's cup with, and it looks like Tigger on the side. So it's a Winnie the Pooh or a Tigger cup. What a fantastic little piece of history. You know, some kiddie somewhere might have dropped it when they've been having a picnic. A lovely thing to find. I've got a bit closer to these stakes and you can see they're actually wooden stakes. You can see the rings at the top. So I'm assuming maybe nets were strung in between them to trap the fish as they came in on the tide. You can see on both sides. And Bramble having a good look. She's having a sniff round, see what it was. I think we can definitely say too much foreshore and not enough eyeballs. We've found a boat. I don't think it's been washed up though. Be great going out for a sail today. Lovely weather. Lamachan. I've just found this as I've been walking along. Not sure what it is. It looks to be glazed on both sides, or painted. It looks very rough in the middle, like a rough type of, I don't know, concrete I think. Interesting. Now this is interesting because it's a dead gannet. Now I think the nearest gannets to here are at St. Bees Head. You can see the big beak. Now what these birds do, they fly up over the sea and then just suddenly turn and dive head first into the water, and it's fascinating to watch because you think, blimey, they must break their necks doing that, but they don't, and then they go in and they sort of swim underwater, grab the fish and they're out again. Glanaventa sat at the confluence of the rivers Ert, Mite and Esk, and it was a natural safe harbour, and it supplied the forts of Hardknot and Galava at Ambleside. Sometimes you can come out onto the foreshore and not find anything. Well, nothing material anyway, but you do find peace and quiet. You know, it's fantastic just to come out, listening to the birds, looking at the natural history of a place, rather than the sort of industrial history. It's nice watching the dogs play in the water. They enjoy coming down. It's nice listening to all the different birds singing. So yeah, sometimes we come mudlarking and don't find anything, but we go home having found a lot. And that for me is as much a part of it as finding the bottles and the shards of pottery and the pieces of glass. Get back! Get back! See your feet under the water. Come on then. If you look across at the nature reserve on the other side of the estuary, it used to hold the biggest colony of black-headed gulls in the UK. I don't know if it still is or not, but I've just seen a few flying past and it just reminded me. Interesting. It's what you find in these sort of hidden places. Come on! Come on! Yay! Go on you! Go on you! Now have a look what Bramble's found. A massive jellyfish. Wow, you can even see the inside. That purple line inside. I don't know what sort it is. I think I read somewhere it's a lion's mane jellyfish. I don't know. I don't think I'd like to get stung by it. Looks a bit mean. I've come out in the evening and the sun's going down and you can see the tide is virtually out. You know, what's left of the river is just a little bit of a stream now. I'm going to have a walk over to the to what I think are the salmon nets, but I'm going to have a look as well on the floor, see what's about. I've just found this. It was half buried. Not quite sure what it is. Looks like some kind of base of a jug. Not quite sure. I can see green and brown on it. I'm not quite sure what that is. I'll put it in the bag, take it home and have another look at it. Looks interesting. These are the stakes close up, and you can see they're built on some sort of embankment. I still think there's some sort of fish trap, but you can see they're all over, stakes everywhere, and they seem to be in a sort of U shape. I don't know if you can make that out. A U shape, sort of enclosing this part of the river. It's fascinating looking at them at low tide. You can definitely see, just put that down, you can definitely see the U shape running round, which looks like it might have been to enclose this part of the river here. Really interesting. I've just given the pot I found a rinse out. Now you can see the bottom, it looks very strange how it's been made at the bottom. So it's like a swirl, and the brown colour goes all the way through. I'm not sure what that is. Mystery. I don't know if you can hear when I'm walking, but there are millions, probably billions and billions of mussel shells and cockle shells all over the beach. It's fantastic, just everywhere. See the river, looks like the tide might be coming in. I've just found this shard of pottery. Looks quite old, it's covered in limpets on the inside. Don't know what it is though. Interesting. I keep coming across odd bits of glass, but nothing in one piece. That's got writing on it. I can't make out what it says. Ram's bottom, possibly, or bottle. Don't know. It's interesting. Well, there's no larger pieces. There's no bottles. Just little odd broken shards. And if you look straight down, can you see that there? Little shard of blue and white pottery. Fantastic. Where's that come from? I don't know what that is. Lovely colours though. Really nice. That's a shell. I've just spotted this piece of pottery. Now I don't know if it's old or not, but it does look very old. I'm sure the little museum in the village has got some of this, and they say it's Roman ware. I don't know, I might be wrong, but it does look very old. And there's something else here. What's that? That looks old as well. Worth investigating. Nice to find. Now I'm just walking along, I was thinking of going back to be honest, and I just noticed this in the floor. I thought it was a rock at first. What is it? What on earth is that? Wow, what is it? Is it a little bottle? It's very, very thin glass. Doesn't look like it could be a top. Could be a lid, I suppose. I've never seen anything like that before. Must have been here a while because it's got a limpet on the side. What an interesting piece. It's times like this I wish I knew a lot more about things, because I'm finding these little things, these little sort of snippets of history, and I can't really pin them down. I would love to be able to. You know, I'd love to know what that is. It's fantastic, isn't it? Just this little sort of window into the past. And look here what I found again, another sort of shard of a bottle. I'd like to know where the rest of it is and how it got to be broken in the first place. Fascinating. All the shells, the mussel shells, the winkle shells, cockle shells. Just seen this here. Sometimes when you're walking on a beach you'll see a shell like that with a big hole in. And it's where the oyster catchers have bashed a hole inside. And the oyster catchers are the black and white birds with the bright orange bills. And if you look closely at oyster catchers, you'll see they have two sort of distinct types. One is like a chisel-shaped beak at the end, and the other is more like a blunt hammer. And there's definitely two different types. And they use them for bashing their way into these shells. Whilst I was showing you the cockle shell, I just noticed this in the water. A bottleneck. It's lying buried. Now, I've just spotted this. I thought it was a handle of a cup, but I'm not so sure now. Doesn't look too big enough to get a finger in. What on earth could that be? Don't know, I'm baffled. Getting some brilliant finds. Very interesting ones. Just looking some more glass there. Another piece of glass there. Lots of these shards. I'm heading back now. You can see the sun's going down, and it's a beautiful, beautiful evening. Hear the birds. Just so peaceful and quiet. Nobody else about, just me. What more could you ask for?